Good morning, this is Ivan with Lumberjack Flooring, and today I'm going to be teaching you how you butt up your existing hardwood flooring with new hardwood flooring. We've got a couple different options on how to go about this. Your first option is going to be lacing together the two floors. So you've got two pretty big downsides, but a huge payoff if you go with lacing in. The two downsides would be that it takes a very long time and it's extremely expensive to get done if you aren't doing it yourself. The major benefit, of course, with lacing in is that you're going to be joining the two floors together and essentially making them one. This makes for the most seamless transition between two hardwood floors. Something to consider with the lace in is the age of the existing floor. If the existing floor is really gapped out, you're going to have a hard time getting the new floor to transition smoothly with the old floor. The reason this happens is because the new floor is always going to be much tighter, and by the time you're at the end of your lace-in, it's going to get real funky. We do actually already have a video that showcases that exact issue, as well as anything you need to know about lacing in. As for this job, we're not going to be going in with a lace-in. Instead, we're going to be doing your second option, which is installing a turn board. The purpose of the turn board is to separate the existing flooring from the new flooring. Another common reason for using a turn board is to change the direction that your hardwood flooring is running. So let's say your layout is in the shape of an L, and you want your hardwood flooring running this way, but when you come this way, you want to turn it this way. This is where you would use a turn board. Now I can get into showing you how exactly we would go about doing that. A turn board would essentially be a board that goes against your existing flooring as such. So your first step, if you have a jagged existing floor like this, is to measure off of that exterior wall 2 even points at both ends. Now I'm going to put it at 110 1/4, and then snapping a line between the two so that you can get a nice straight line when you butt up your turn board. Something that has helped me generally as a carpenter over the years has been this mark right here. It's called a crow's foot, and it helps you find the exact point that you were looking for. So instead of having a dash like this or a little mark like this, you have an exact point to measure off of. Something to look out for when you're popping your line is to make sure that you're getting all of these little imperfections within that range that you're going to be cutting off. So now I have to introduce the track saw, which will help you out greatly with cutting this line. The cool thing about the track saw is that it runs along this track. You just set the track where you want it. In this case, we're setting it right against the line, and run the saw right against it. Now, if you don't have a track saw or can't afford one, you can always use a circular saw. You just have to make sure that you're keeping it super, super straight, and even then, you might end up with a little waviness. We're going to go ahead and glue and nail down this turn board now. Now you want to use a high quality adhesive that's meant for hardwood flooring if you're using hardwood flooring. We recommend Burger Bond. Now this might be common sense, but since we're running the floor this way, we want to make sure that our tongue is facing that way. All right, cool. Now you can use either brad nails or you can go ahead and get your nailer out, but we don't have it set up yet, so I'm going to use this brad nailer. Now you can either face nail or nail into the tongue like you would if you were installing hardwood floor normally. I'm not going to face nail because the less holes you have in your hardwood flooring, the better. I just said I wasn't going to face nail. But I'll explain why. And I did add a few face nails on this. I try to keep it to a minimum, but in order to keep that back from kind of tilting up like that, I always kind of nail the back. Once you have your turn board installed, you can go ahead and install your hardwood flooring in whichever direction you desire. Now, if you wanted to check out that lace-in video, it'll be right here. Thanks for watching.